Hi, welcome back to the 7-day Get Unstuck challenge. We're on day 6 already. And if you've been sticking with me, you know what I'm about to say. If you have not seen the intro video or days 1 through 5 of this challenge, please go watch those first. The order of these videos is really intentional and it's important for your success. Okay. Now, let's get into day 6. I know you probably cannot believe that we're on day 6 out of 7 of this challenge and we still haven't actually made any official changes. And yet, I am hoping that you feel how much has changed within you. If you have taken this challenge seriously, and I really hope you have, going deep, being honest with yourself, and doing the challenges each day, I'm sure you notice a difference in your perspective and your mindset surrounding what it is you want for yourself and how you can get there. Much of the battle is mental preparation, and that's exactly what we've been doing for almost a whole week. And it's why most people are not successful with change because they skip right to the behavior, like we've been talking about. But here in this challenge and this system of change, we have been building a foundation that will make the change that you'll soon begin more effective and sustainable. And today, we're actually shifting into the second phase of my system, which I call neutral. Shifting into neutral, because this is where the wheels begin to turn and you may feel that you are starting to move forward, mentally at least. But we have one more lesson and exercise of preparation before we actually change anything. And it's coming right out of the book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you have not read that, or if you haven't heard of it, I highly recommend it. It is so valuable, such good things in there, many of which I've pulled from. So before we go making change, it's important to evaluate your current habits so that we know what needs to stay and what needs to go. And this is meant to bring awareness to all of the choices that you make throughout your daily life and whether they are either supporting or hindering the ultimate outcome that you want for yourself. It's another opportunity to be present with yourself and honor what is best for you. That's a theme, which I'm sure you're noticing. And if you're thinking, the thing I want to do, like why I feel stuck or what I even came here for, it has nothing to do with daily habits. Please let me kindly explain how that's simply not true. Okay. According to research, habits make up 40% of our waking hours, which means that they make up a huge part of the person that we are. And this goes back to the identity level of change that we talked so much about earlier in the week. If we can establish daily habits and support the identity of the person we want to become, all of the dreams and intentions that we have for ourselves will be a result of that. Otherwise, if you're not identifying as that version and practicing the habits of that version of yourself, there will remain a disconnect that can pop up and prevent your success. So I want you to consider your daily routines or rituals. Can you think of them? Did they come to mind easily, like a morning routine or a usual route to work or a workout regimen or like a warm-up that you do every time you go to the gym? Maybe a bedtime routine, even the order of things that you do, like when you take a shower. Like, do you do shampoo and conditioner and then body wash? Or like when you put on your clothes, do you left foot or right foot in your pants first? Or do you do socked shoe, or sock, shoe, shoe? You know what I'm getting at here. I know I'm getting granular, but it's to make a point, okay? We have more routines or rituals than we might even be aware of. And I want to draw attention to them because not all of them are necessarily important to the change that you're wanting to make. Like, I don't think sock, shoe, or sock, shoe is that important. But how you start your day might be, right? It's essential to how the rest of your day goes, how you choose to end your day too. That might be highly affecting the rest of your life. And of course, the several things that you do in between those routines. So we want to build awareness around them and make sure that they're supporting what we want for ourselves. And when we are aware of our routines, we can work off of them to add healthy habits in, which James Clear in Atomic Habits calls habit stacking. So we can capitalize on our established cues of what will come after each thing to help solidify some of the new habits that contribute to the ultimate thing we want for ourselves. For example, let's say you really want to be more hydrated. Maybe you came to this being like, okay, I'm going to drink a gallon of water a day, which still sounds wild to me. And go you if you're doing this. So the ultimate thing that you want is really to be more hydrated, to have more energy. Hopefully you went through all of those steps in the day one of figuring out why you want to drink a gallon of water. But anyway, you want to be more hydrated, feel more energized, but you have a hard time remembering to drink water. So that's where you're getting stuck. We can think through routines to see how many opportunities there are to place water bottles in your environment and remind you to drink water. Or we can add them to a habit that you already have. So maybe like when you wake up in the morning and you look at your bedside table, if you usually aren't keeping water there, that's an opportunity to place it there, add it to what already is part of your wake up routine. Maybe you could even fill up a glass of water at night and put it right under the coffee maker so that's the first thing you see once you get down to make your coffee in the morning. This process can also be super helpful to identify what habits need to be removed from your routine. And in this case, we'd remove certain things from within your reach as much as we can. Right. So if you're wanting to make a shift in nutrition, let's say, and consume less sugar, but you have a routine when you go to the grocery store of browsing down the soda aisle, that's a place to practice being present with yourself once again. Repeat that ultimate outcome you want for yourself and why, and then avoid the soda aisle altogether. That way, the soda's not even in the fridge every time you open it, and that has removed it from your environment. See where I'm going with this? So the challenge today is to review your daily habits, take an average weekday in your life, and consider what you do from when you wake up to when you go to sleep. You'll make a list of all of those habits, and next to each one, you mark it with either a plus sign, an equals sign, or a minus sign. Okay, again, this is right from Atomic Habits. So if you have that book, crack it open, and you can see what I'm talking about in there. So each of those signs, the plus sign, the equal sign, the minus sign, will signify whether that habit adds to the version of yourself you want to be, subtracts from that version, or neither, which will be marked by the equal sign. For example, that could be something like using the restroom or like walking downstairs in the morning. Like you have to do those things. That doesn't add or subtract. You get it? Hopefully. Okay. So once you have that list ready, you're going to circle one subtracting habit that you feel is detracting the most from the version you want to be. And tuck that away for tomorrow, which will be our very last day of the challenge. Woo! You're almost there. So I hope you can feel the energy building because you're about to start making your shift. And I will see you tomorrow for day 7.